Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, Luke Rhines. Luke Rhines is back. So what you're going to learn today is how to install the Ilmberger carbon fibre fuel injector cover for your 2017 to 2022 BMW R NineT. The hardback to how a BMW Super Naked used to be, but with modern engine, modern electronics, modern engineering. Let's hit it.
It's showtime.
What we can do is once you're happy, Torx bolts are loose, just lift the plastic trim, injector cover off its mount. And then make sure you do not lose these clips here. These clips are what give the Torx bolts a thread to go into. Don't lose them. What you're going to do now is you're going to take the Torx bolts out, like so, and then the Ilmberger carbon injector cover is going to go into these two fixings. Yeah.
You're goddamn right.
Okay, so one of the things you're going to look for is, because this is a big twin cylinder engine, they tend to make a lot of vibrations, and what you can find is on some trim pieces they might have what's called Loctite. So this is an example of Loctite here. And the Loctite is there to give the threads a bit more strength so that they can begin to undo from vibrations. But what's interesting is on the BMW Torx bolts, there is no Loctite. None, it's just clean threads. So what you can do, it's up to you. If you want to use a tad bit of Loctite, but you do not have to. If the manufacturer hasn't put Loctite on the bolts, then don't worry about Loctite. Don't worry about it.
So I'ma light it up just like a cigarette smoke till it's in my head, take it all away. Yeah, I'ma light it up just like a cigarette smoke.
So what you're going to do is line up the carbon fibre. Whoa, look at that. And then you're going to place the bolts into the fixing holes, like so. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start to tighten them up. Remember, these bolts are at a slight angle because of the clips. So take your time when you thread the bolts in. What you don't want to do is cross-thread the bolts. And then you'll be wondering, what's cross-threading? Well, it's when the bolt goes so far in and then it doesn't move anymore because the threads are not locking into place. But because these clips are at an angle, we should be able to, at an angle, if you start threading the bolts in at the wrong angle, the threads will collide into each other. They won't be in line, and then they will just cut themselves up. So yeah, on this particular carbon fibre piece, there is no washers, which is interesting. No washers at all. Again, take your time, because you've got the beautiful BMW fuel tank to think about. What you can do is you can put your hand behind the doesn't feel very good. Damn it. That's better. Yeah. By putting your hand behind the clip, what you're doing is you're just reinforcing it. Like so. And then the same with this one. Again, take your time. You don't want to scratch this beautiful carbon fibre. You don't want to scratch it, do you? So you just want to take your time. And again, remember there's no washers. The bolts are going to be holding this carbon fibre in. So far, got good. Okay, so how tight do you need it? The guide really is tighten up until you can't really tighten anymore, and make sure that the carbon fibre isn't wiggling around or is loose. You can see on this side it's a little bit loose. Again, what we could do is just tighten up a little bit more, but you want to be careful. Again, this is it's carbon fibre. It's got a little bit of wiggle still. Again, we want to be careful because what we don't want to do is crack the carbon fibre. And there you go. So we're hand tight. Interesting that there's no washers, but that's fine. And then again, just make sure you're happy with the hand tight. Yeah. Yeah, that's plenty tight. And in this one, yeah, plenty tight. That carbon fibre piece is not going anywhere. It's nice and tight. There's no wiggling. It's not loose. We haven't over tightened the carbon fibre, so we haven't cracked it, which is really important. Don't crack carbon fibre. And no washers required. And you've just fitted the Ilmberger fuel injector cover, carbon fibre, to your 2017 to 2022 R9T and also R9T Racer. Cool. That does set it off. The cylinder, doesn't it? Stare at the cylinder, and then you also stare at carbon fibre. That looks pretty good, actually. Wow.
We are sexy, yeah!
Brilliant. Really straightforward. Line up the carbon fibre, install, line it up. The original bolts that you used to remove the factory fuel injector cover into the Ilmberger stunning carbon fibre, and then remember, hand tight. So turn that hand tool as tight as your hand will go, not with all your force, just a decent amount of force. Leave it at that. Don't go any tighter. It's carbon fibre. If you put too much pressure into carbon fibre, you will crack it. It's a bit more rigid than the factory BMW plastic, so you just got to be aware of that. And we used a bit of Loctite because she is a big twin and they vibrate quite a lot. So that Loctite will just again help to keep the tightness of those bolts to stop the carbon fibre from wiggling. Luke Wright had the problem on the Ducati Monster 1100 Evo Super Naked, where the exhaust guard, beautiful when we fitted it, then over time it's like the bolts worked away a little bit loose, and then the shield started shaking around, and it was like, no, I had to retighten the bolts, redid the Loctite, and that stayed there and it didn't wiggle about. So it's just one of those things with big twins. And it's something you've got to take into account. Cool, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.
The way we...
The little rascal has spirit. As water.
This is the end of the trail for me.
Thank you.
Thank you, kid.
Drink that coffee. Guys, coffee. Yeah, you like coffee, yeah. Coffee!